Hi, how's it going? How are you? Welcome back to my channel. La, 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 la. Welcome. How are you? Oh my god. I know I say it all the time. You look amazing. You do. You look great. It just must be so difficult being so beautiful all the time. Can't even imagine the hardship you go through on a daily basis. Similar to how much hardship I have to suffer with each day as well, being as beautiful as I am. It's quite hard, isn't it? Yeah. It's difficult, yeah. But thankfully all the money and wealth that I've accumulated and gained by exploiting others has truly helped, especially when I need to dry my tears. Nothing is better as a tissue than $100 bill. I swear to God. Anyway, today we have my Halloween TBR. And what I mean by Halloween TBR is I mean like week of Halloween, what am I gonna be reading? I've never really done this before, but I figured since there's like a readathon that I'm gonna be kind of participating in, I might as well make a video talking about the things I have planned, the things I want to read during that week. Anywho, so let's get started. Let's start talking about the books I want to read, okay? Because we already know that I'm literally stunning, that I'm literally gorgeous. I love my makeup today. It might look a little bit wild and crazy, but I live for it. I love it. I'm obsessed. She's stunning. She's gorgeous. Anyway, okay. Readathon that I want to participate in at the end of the month is Weekend Ween. Is that what it's called? It's hosted by Gabby and Olivia. Let me show you my TBR for those days, but then also other books that I might try to sink my little spider teeth into. Spider teeth. What? I will leave their channels and their announcement stuffs and everything down below in case you want to check it out. I will be daily vlogging for like those 4 days of the readathon, so it must be very exciting for you. So one of the prompts is to flip a coin and let that decide like a book that you're gonna read. I'm not gonna do that here. I'm gonna like leave that for like later because I feel like it'd be more interesting then. But another one of the prompts for this readathon, I literally forgot what it was called, is to read a book with a monster on the cover or just like in the book. And I'm taking this to mean that like it can be like a ghost. Poltergeists exist. So like first of all, I literally just got this in the fucking mail, and I'm telling you that I literally got, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't even fucking explain to you, describe to you my excitement. I've been waiting for this book to come out. I don't even know why I'm so excited for this, but the moment I saw it, I had like a flashback of like 2021 and being like, oh my god, this book or whatever. And now we're here where like the publisher sent me a copy of it. And I'm so excited. I'm not gonna keep like edging you. I'm talking about Pinata by Leopoldo Gout. Look at this cover. Are you actually fucking joking? Something about it just like makes me so happy. Like it's like I can't control it. I can't explain it. This, by the way, comes out in March 2023, so not for another, oh my god, like 6 months. And Daddy Tor sent it to me. Thank you, Daddy. Oh my god. Literally, I know that everyone at Tor hates that. Like, I know they do. Like, if anybody who works at Tor is watching this, I'm so sorry that I keep calling you Daddy, but like, literally, that's our relationship, so stop. Just stop trying to make it weird, okay? It's not weird, Daddy. Anyway, okay. Pinata is a horror novel. It's about this woman, okay? Her name is Carmen Sanchez. And Carmen goes to Mexico, right? She's back in Mexico because I think she's from there originally, but she goes back with her daughters, Isel and Luna. Carmen bought this house in Mexico and they're getting it like completely redone. They are spending all their time, all their money on this one place in Mexico trying to renovate it. Carmen really wants her daughters to get comfortable in Mexico because she really wants her children to get comfortable with their heritage, with their culture, right? Because they've lived in America, and so her daughters are very like Americanized. Is that a word? And so Carmen's like, I hope this fucking works. I hope my kids like really see the beauty of where they're from. Basically, there's an accident, okay, at this work site during these renovations, and it says that the disaster costs Carmen her job, cutting the family trip short. Carmen and her daughters go back to fucking America. They're That was a fucking bust. That like really bit us in the ass, but like, okay, whatever. So they go back to America where they live, I think in New York City. And it says that something malevolent and unexplainable has followed them home to New York, stalking the Sanchez family and heralding a coming catastrophe. And it may be too late to escape what is awakened. It sounds so fucking good. Like, tell me you don't think that sounds so fucking good. I'm so excited. I am going to be reading this during Halloween for sure, because it sounds spooky, it sounds really good, and I really want to read it. I've been so excited for it. I'm really hoping it's not like one of those books that I like get really excited about, and then the moment it comes out, all my excitement dies, because I think what it is really is that like I want things that I can't have, and so when I do actually have them, like the excitement dies, you know what I mean? It's kind of like men. Like I'm like, oh, you look nice from afar, and then when they get closer, I'm like, ugh, I'm so excited. Thank you, Daddy. Daddy, thank you so much. I literally could just like end the video here because I'm so happy and excited. Once again, let me just like show you this. And I know we're really stalling on this book, but I really need you to understand how beautiful this book is and how excited I am for it. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. For this prompt on book that I talked about in my TBR, so I won't really mention it for too long, but that is The Night Will Find Us by Matthew Lyons. This book is about a bunch of people going into the forest. One of them dies, one of them killed the other one, and then all hell breaks loose. And then they also find that the forest wants to eat them, consume them in a way. It sounds really, really good, really fucked up, and I'm really looking forward to it. I also have this book, which I looked up the audiobook for. It's like 4 hours long. So I was like, I should read that before October ends. I'm talking about Dark Harvest. I literally forgot what it was called. Dark Harvest by Norman Patridge. This is like a Halloween book. It's got like a monster that's got like this like jack-o'-lantern as a head. It's like a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And I also have this book, which is called The Forgotten Island. This is by David Sojgren. This book is like a classic in terms of like the horror community. Okay, people love David Sojgren. And people love this book. What really shits my dick though, is that a thing people say, is that there's no audiobook for this. There's no audiobook for any of his fucking books. David, why the fuck? So I'm gonna maybe attempt to read it through my eyes. By the way, this is also about a group of people. They get like lost in the ocean. They come across this island and they're like, yes, it's finally land ho or whatever. And they get on the island. And then it's like these creepy monster things there. And I'm pretty sure the monster things eat human flesh, or like they're totally willing to. People who are on this island are now stranded and they have to survive these creepy mummy bug things. And then last but not least, in terms of this category of like monsters and stuff, I have Old Country by Matt Query and Harrison Query. This is about a couple. They move into this house and they're like, everything's so perfect, right honey? Things are great for us, right? Then they get a visit from their neighbors, and their neighbors are like, oh my god, it's so nice to see you, so nice to meet you, thank you so much, oh my god, here's a casserole, you know? Also, by the way, just so you know, there's a little malevolent spirit who's just like living in your basement, and they're probably gonna kill you eventually, so but enjoy the casserole, you know, bye. These people get this little warning, this little threat almost, and they're like, fuck those people. Those people are just fucking with us. They're just joking. Little things start to get a little bit weird, and they start to realize that maybe there is in fact some kind of violent, cruel, and malevolent spirit living in their house, which is like such a bummer. Like, can you imagine? You just like move into like your dream home, and then boom, you have like a fucking poltergeist. I would be mad. I would be pissed. I want to talk about these books as well. I'm probably gonna read them during Halloween because I decided to have like a little surprise mini Patreon book club type of moment thing with my patrons. That is for the Shadow of the Gods and the Hunger of the Gods. You've probably already seen these if you've seen the Halloween Slaughter video, but in case you didn't, Shadow of the Gods by Matt Gwynn and The Hunger of the Gods are fantasy novels. I'm pretty sure it's like Nordic, Norse folklore type of shit. I'm pretty sure it's about like things. I don't even know. Like, don't even ask me, okay? God. The covers are stunning. And like, look at that dragon. So beautiful. Look at that like teeny tiny little person. All right, also the fucking wolf is so cute. Like, I know it's like looks vicious and like it could like literally destroy you. Also, it's like huge and there's more people down here. At the same time, I kind of want to cuddle him. I decided to buddy read these with my patrons on Patreon /Jordaline reads. Or backslash, either way, I'll put a link down below in case you want to check it out, in case you want to join our readathon. We're reading these. I think the deadline that we're trying to get these done by is the 28th of October. I'm supposed to be basically probably over halfway done this, and I think I'm like 30 pages in. 28 pages in. So I've got like a lot to catch up on, but I'm probably also going to be reading these like the week of Halloween. Any hoozle. And then I think for the other prompts for Weekend Ween, I think they're like read a book in the dark, which is like what I can read any book for that, and like read either a spooky audiobook or a graphic novel, and like literally most of my reading is done through audiobooks, so like whatever. I'm basically done for that. The rest of these books are ones that I kind of just want to get to, just like because I'm crazy. I'm like crazy. I'm like not like other girls because it's so aesthetic. And that is Halloween Season by Lucy A. Snyder. Have you seen anything more Halloween-y? No, I haven't either. This is a short story collection about like Halloween and autumn, and you know, it's like horror really. If I have the time, I'll read it. This is on my Halloween TBR every fucking year, and like literally no lie, it's like kind of embarrassing because I never read it, but it's always here. It's always here. I needed to add it because it's beautiful, and honestly, if you haven't picked it up or like if you don't own it, like it's perfect for this time of year. And it's also super aesthetic for like Instagram. Love it. I'm also thinking about picking up Bloodline by Jess Laurie. I talk about this book quite often. I mention it at least like once every few months, I feel, and I never read it. But I saw somebody comparing it recently to Rosemary's Baby. Basically about this woman, her and her husband live in the city, right? They live in this like big city, and her husband is like, I really want to like move back home to see my family. And she's like, oh, I really don't want to. Like, it's like a small town. It's like not my vibe. And he's like, but baby, I want to. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't sound like this, but like in my head, he's like, I want to. And so she's like, fine, fucking fine. Okay, we'll move back to your hometown. So they do. And then people start to, you know, welcome them. And it gets to be a little bit much. Friendliness, it says, borders on intrusive. So they get there and people are too inquisitive, okay? They're too nice. It's like suspiciously nice. Our main character, whose name is Joan, is like suspicious of all of these things that are happening. It says Joan can't shake the feeling that every move she makes is being tracked. An archaic organization still seems to hold the town in thrall. So does the sinister secret of a little boy who vanished decades ago. Unless Joan is imagining things, a frighteningly familiar figure from her past is on watch in the shadows. Her fiance tells her that she's being crazy. He might be right. Then again, she might have moved into the deadliest little town on earth. It sounds so good. It sounds so fun. I really need to read it, and I've been saying that for months. I also kind of want to read, and this is also like kind of crazy, I also kind of want to read Cows by Matthew Stoke. I started reading this because I was gonna buddy read it with me Kay, and I was gonna do like a reading vlog for it, and then I literally was like, do I want to read it? Like, ugh, am I in the mood? I got 40 pages in, but if the mood strikes, I might continue, because I'm gonna be honest, I kind of liked it. Like the writing was like really evocative. I felt connected in some way to the main character and his nihilism, I suppose. I might continue this during Halloween. I also have this book, which is They All Died Screaming by Christopher Triana. I read Long Shadows of October by Christopher Triana, which was like super spooky, super, you know, Halloween, bleh. I figured why not give him like another chance, because I kind of like everything he does. They All Died Screaming. This, from what I know, is what people think of when they think of his most fucked up shit. People have told me, you should read it, but be careful because it's really fucked up. And apparently there are rape scenes and scenes of women and people being sexually assaulted and like brutally murdered. So I'm excited to read it, but also like hesitant. I'm looking forward to this. So basically, this is about a world where people get this virus, this disease, and it's kind of like the apocalypse type situation where like this virus just takes over and people are getting sick left, right, and center. And the sickness basically forces people to scream, inhibiting them from eating, from speaking, from sleeping until they literally fucking die. And that's why it's called They All Died Screaming. And it says in the back that They All Died Screaming is a plague novel by splatterpunk award-winning author Christopher Triana. It is a pitch black book about the lowly and downtrodden beings, the last people on Earth. I was literally like, I think watching somebody's video or like watching a TikTok or something, and they mentioned this book and I was like, what the fuck? Also, I kind of want to read their new book, which I haven't gotten yet, but I want to haul, and that is Cackle by Rachel Harrison. Like, I'm sorry, this is super fucking Halloween. What the fuck am I thinking? It's about like a witch girl thing. It's also called Cackle. Like, I'm literally so dumb. So I want to read this, but I was also thinking about getting her new book, which I think is called Sharp Teeth or Such Sharp Teeth or something like that. It's like a werewolf situation. And I really like Rachel Harrison. I really like her as a person, first of all, because she's really nice. But then also I really like her books. Or rather, I liked The Return. So I'm assuming I'll like this and the other book. So anyway, anywhoozul, my friends, my family, my familia. Thank you so much for watching. It's so nice of you. I'm super honored and like proud and like happy that you're here and that I'm here and that we're here together. Why am I crying? Let me know what you're reading for Halloween. If you have plans, don't forget also to hit subscribe, okay? Because we talk about spooky shit. We talk about creepy shit. You may not know this, but we talk about piñata and shit, okay? Also, if you're still watching this video, leave me this emoji. That way I know that you and I are part of the same bloodline. The Bad Bitch Bloodline. Oh my god, that would be such a good like club name, or like a booktube channel, like Bad Bitch Bloodline. Like, ooh. Anyway, let me know with this emoji. Just like put it in the comments. Like, look, it'll be our little secret. So shh, don't tell anyone. It's our little secret. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you very soon. And I guess I'll also see you in my next one. Bye. See you.